What's going on YouTube, Gary here, gzduel here to bring you guys a deck profile of my Constellar deck that I've been using recently, and this of course is for the March 2013 format, and it is going to be post Lord of Tachyon Galaxy. And without further ado, let me just get into the deck profile. We have for the monsters 2 bears, 3 Constellar Algedy, 3 Constellar Koss, 3 Constellar Pollux, and 3 Constellar Sheraton, and 3 Constellar Sombris, which comes out in Lord of Tachyon Galaxy, and the 1 Honest. For the spells, we have 1 Dark Hole, 3 Fire Formation Tenki, 2 Forbidden Lance, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, 3 Mystical Space Typhoon, 2 Pot of Duality, and 1 Reinforcement of the Army. For the traps, we have 2 Bottomless, 2 Fiendish Chain, 1 Solemn Judgment, 1 Solemn Warning, and 2 Torrential Tributes. For the extra deck, we have 1 Constellar Omega, 2 Constellar Pleiades, 1 Constellar M7, 1 Diamond Direwolf, Cowboy, Gaia Dragon Thunder Charger, Gemini Pearl, Maestroke, Crimson Ninja, Shockmaster, Black Ship of Corn, Volcasaurus, Starleech Paladynamo, and Tyrus, the Keeper of Genesis. For the side deck, we have 3 Drone Lockbirds, 2 Effect Veilers, 3 Electric Virus, 2 Dust Tornado, 2 Mind Crush, and the 3 Soul Drains. Okay, so there are some things I want to talk about this deck, but first I want to make it known that this deck is like so straightforward. There's no like different variants of the deck. You know, you either play the Brotherhood of the Fire Fists or you don't, and you either play like hand traps or you don't. There's not that many variation on this deck. Like there is only one way to play this deck. You know, you summon Pollux and you summon Koss, and then you go for rank 5 Exceeds, or you summon Algedy, you summon Koss, you go for rank 5 Exceeds. And if you have Constellar monsters in the graveyard, you summon Sombris, you go for rank 5 Exceeds, rank 4 Exceeds. And then, you know, Constellar monsters, once they run out of materials, you can overlay them for Constellar M7, and you'll have like a 2700 attack beater on the field. It's just, you know, straightforward. And the traps, the spells are like really straightforward too. There's not too many interesting techs. I've seen other people play Constellar Star Chart or something like that. So like they draw a card every time they Exceed summon with a Constellar monster. I don't think that's necessary, because first of all, if you play that card, you know, that's already 1 card, 1 resource you've committed. So as soon as you Exceed, you'll only get that 1 resource back, that 1 draw back. And if you can Exceed more times, then, you know, you'll just +1. Where, you know, if you go into like other traps, rather than using that space for something useless like Star Chart, you can actually go for other traps like Forbidden Lance, and, you know, like you can use Tenki to actually search 1 and get Bear, and you can get more pluses. You just really don't need that Star Chart thing, you know. Okay, and for the main deck, there's not really that much to talk about. I run 3 Algedy, you know, because it special summons Constellar monsters. You know, 3 Koss, of course, 3 Pollux, you know, Sheraton to search out because it's the shadows of the deck, and Sombris. You know, it's not too many enigmas. You just basically know how to play this deck. For the side deck, though, I'd really want to make it known that this is for post Lord of Tachyon Galaxy. So, you know, if the TCG is anything like the OCG, Spellbooks and Elemental Dragons will take over, and followed by 3-Axis Fire Fist. But 3-Axis Fire Fist doesn't come out for a while, so I'm not really heavily siding against them yet. And also, you know, Mermails. So the side deck is basically constructed around that. The 3 Drone Lockbirds, you know, really hurt Prophecy players, and, you know, you can probably even side this against like Elemental Dragons, because they also add a lot of dragons and they add a lot of pluses. The Effect Veilers, you know, are generally good for, you know, whatever. Like, it's good against Elemental Dragons because you can just Veiler their Veiler what they summon. So like if they summon out Big Eye, you can Veiler that Big Eye. You can Veiler their Dragozak. It's just good. Electric Fires, you know, it's simple. You can take their machine monsters or their dragon monsters. So you can take their Dragozak, or you can just take one of their big dragons. Also, you can use you can basically use the Electric Fires against, you know, Dino Rabbit players, because Lagi and Doka are dragons, and also you can use this against Ophion, because Ophion is a dragon. And I run the 2 Dust Tornadoes not because like I need to use Dust Tornado in order to get rid of some things like, you know, macro and stuff, which is something really awesome about the deck, is you don't you're not afraid of macro. Like other top tier decks are afraid of macro, afraid of like Imperial Iron Wall, afraid of like Soul Drain. You're not really afraid of that. I only run the two Dust Tornado for back row hate because sometimes I really want my plays to go off, and if I'm facing a deck that like has really heavy defense, like wind-ups play like heavy defense, Dino Rabbits play heavy defense, I'll side these in as well so that I can add more back row removal. And the Mind Crush is definitely good against Mermails and also against dragon players. If they reveal their baby dragon and they discard the thing for cost, you can also just use Mind Crush and then chain with the baby dragon. The baby dragon's effect will not activate. And also the 3 Soul Drain, I think it's like one of the best cards of the format. It stops dragons because even if dragons are removed or banished, their effects are prevented from activating by Soul Drain. Soul Drain hurts Mermails. Soul Drain hurts Dark Worlds, anything to activate in the graveyard. Soul Drain is just good. Okay, and for the extra deck, some people might be wondering why I run Constellar Omega. Constellar Omega is really safe. It's the 2400 attack Constellar monster that has the inherent effect of what the Evil Swarms have for infestation. So, if you detach a material, all Constellars on the field are prevented from being affected by spell traps. So it's really good. If you want to play conservatively, your opponent has heavy back row and you don't want to commit too much, go for Constellar Omega instead of Pleiades, and you can just swing and attack, keep attacking for 2400. And also another interesting card that I play is the Crimson Ninja. Crimson Ninja is awesome because its effect is like Maestroke and Maestroke, it's like Zen mains, and it's like Gachi. You can prevent destruction, and it's really cool. I call it the rank 5 Maestroke. Okay, and that's it. That's all I really want to talk about for this deck. It's really straightforward. If you have any questions, feel free to drop in the comments. And if you have any suggestions, please leave a comment too, because I would love to learn and improve this deck. And other than that, this is Gary, gzduels, signing out.